You know who that is right there? Take your time. That is a young Bill Gates, as in Bill Gates from Microsoft, who just showed up in the Epstein files again, and it is not good. But take a look at this guy right here, look closely, and tell me if you think, and be honest, tell me if you think this guy right here went on a lot of dates before he was rich and famous. Or do you think maybe this guy, again, right here, might have struggled with the opposite sex in his younger years, and do you think maybe that might have bothered him a little bit? Again, I'm not trying to be mean, I'm trying to be honest. Now imagine if this guy right here suddenly had $50 billion. Think about that, $50 billion. And do you think he might maybe take advantage of things and indulge in things that were probably not available to him when he was a little bit younger? Allegedly, reportedly, of course. We certainly can imagine a world where that's possible, where Bill Gates is perhaps not such a good guy after all, and it sounds like his ex-wife Melinda feels the exact same way. It sounds like Melinda thinks that Jeffrey Epstein could be the reason why they got divorced.
There was one report that said it was multiple affairs. Do you care to say anything about that?
You know, I think those are questions Bill needs to answer.
Okay. You know, it was also widely reported that Bill had a friendship or business or some kind of contact with Jeffrey Epstein, and that you were not, that was very upsetting to you. Did that play a role in the divorce at all in this process?
Yeah, as I said, it's not one thing, it was many things. But I did not like that he'd had meetings with Jeffrey Epstein, no. Mm-hmm. Any of the questions remaining about what Bill's relationship there was, those are for Bill to answer.
Okay.
But I made it very clear how I felt about him.
Mm-hmm. Well, isn't that just kind of interesting? Melinda Gates left Bill Gates, at least in part, because of his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, the convicted child predator, and because around his ex-wife, Bill Gates was apparently sleeping with other women, according to Melinda. Isn't that interesting that this same guy right here could do all of that? And this is just an observation, but it sounds like Melinda Gates thinks that Bill was kind of a dirtbag. Never saw that coming, did you? Because how could this guy ever possibly cheat on his wife?
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.